Have you ever wondered how a single person can change the course of history? Meet the unlikely woman who saved England from invasion. This is the story of Grace O'Malley. Grace O'Malley, often referred to as the Pirate Queen of Connaught, was a formidable figure in 16th century Ireland. Imagine the determination it took to defy conventional roles and rise to power in a male-dominated world. So who was Grace O'Malley, and how could a pirate have possibly saved England? Grace was born into the O'Malley clan, a noble family in Ireland with a long tradition of seafaring. From a young age, she was fascinated by the sea, much to her father's delight, but to society's disapproval. Ignoring the traditional roles laid out for women at that time, Grace joined her father's fleet, learning the hardships and skills of fishing and trading, skills that would later make her a formidable leader of men. As Grace O'Malley matured, her hunger for adventure and power grew. Unlike other women of her age, she was not content to sit at home and manage the household. Instead, her ambition led her to command her own fleet. She became known for her leadership and fearlessness on the sea. Such was her daring that she often engaged in piracy and even commanded a small kingdom's worth of territory on the western coast of Ireland. The conflict of our narrative begins when Grace realizes that her way of life is threatened by the larger political forces around her. The English were expanding their control over Ireland, and any form of rebellion was met with brutal force. Grace, however, had different plans. She was not about to concede her power and influence to the English crown. Her motivations were clear: preserve her independence, assert her family's right to exist as free Irish people, and maintain control over her maritime domain. Here is where Grace's story takes an unexpected turn that would eventually impact England itself. Grace made an audacious move by seeking a personal audience with the formidable Queen Elizabeth I. Known for their tense relations, it was unheard of for an Irish pirate to meet the English Queen face to face. Yet, Grace, a woman of extraordinary diplomacy and cunning, managed to secure an audience. She dressed in her finest Irish garb, symbolically declining to bow before the English Queen, a gesture signifying equality rather than submission. Her audacity and courage impressed Queen Elizabeth, and the two women held a meeting, a standoff of royalty and rebellion that would shape the political landscapes of both nations. Grace argued her case with eloquence, speaking of peace and compromise rather than conquest and destruction. She convinced Elizabeth that a peaceful alliance with the Irish clans, rather than oppressive control, would ultimately serve them both. In a surprising twist, Elizabeth granted Grace a degree of autonomy, ordering her governors in Ireland to leave her lands and ships unmolested. This agreement also indirectly helped Elizabeth by maintaining a buffer against potential Spanish invasions, who were allies to some Irish rebel factions. In a masterstroke of diplomacy, Grace O'Malley provided Queen Elizabeth with a reason to keep the peace, thereby securing her realm while simultaneously allowing Grace to keep her territories under her influence. The emotional arc of Grace's journey, from a rebellious daughter of the sea to a diplomatically adept leader, culminated in this meeting. It showcased the tension between the need for power and the desire for peace, both crucial elements that defined Grace's life. Through her journey, Grace O'Malley became not just a pirate or leader, but a symbol of strategic thinking and diplomacy at its finest. This little-known story of Grace O'Malley reveals an aha moment. Individuals who dare to defy their prescribed roles can change the course of history. Grace's efforts indirectly contributed to a stable frontier for England during a turbulent time, showcasing how one woman's determined spirit saved a nation from the brink of further conflict. In our present world, where smaller voices often feel drowned out by looming powers, Grace O'Malley's story serves as a reminder that courage, diplomacy, and determination can lead to remarkable outcomes. Her story urges us to look beyond conventional narratives and find strength in the unlikeliest of places, proving that even a pirate can become a savior. And so, the legacy of Grace O'Malley lives on as an inspiring chapter in history's hidden gems. reminding us how a single person's courage can indeed steer the tides of history. As you ponder this story and its unexpected ripples through history, remember this: the power to influence change exists in every one of us. Who knows what hidden gems lie waiting to be discovered in your own story? The potential for greatness is hidden in the unlikeliest of places. Who will be the next unlikely hero to change the world? Until next time, keep an eye out for history's hidden gems.